Okay, so we're diving into AI today.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Sounds good.
this CNBC article about Google and ChatGPT.
Right.
And I gotta say, this headline,
Yeah.
is Google really on the ropes?
It's it is interesting.
Yeah.
For years, Google has been like the king
Right.
of search.
Yeah.
But now ChatGPT is like shaking things up.
Yeah, and it's not just a new app on the block kind of way.
Totally.
Like-
It's a totally different.
Yeah, this article talks about
Yeah.
this strategy meeting that Sundar Pichai,
Right.
Google's CEO, had. And like, he's urging everyone
Mm.
to just get laser focused on AI.
It's almost like
It feels like,
they're in crisis mode
Yeah.
a little bit. It's
and this whole back to our roots,
Yeah.
be scrappy.
yeah, like they're acknowledging
Yeah,
that they've maybe become this massive,
right.
complacent giant.
Totally. Like, remember when Google was like
Oh, yeah.
the underdog
Yeah.
disrupting the big players?
Uh-huh.
Now it seems like,
The tables have turned.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how does ChatGPT actually pose a threat to Google?
Well,
Isn't it just like a fun
For my
little
time?
toy?
yeah, at first it started out that way, just like generating text and stuff. But think about this.
Yeah.
Google's power comes from being the gatekeeper of information,
Right.
right? We Google things
Yeah.
because we trust Google to deliver that information.
Yeah.
What if people start ChatGPTing things?
Because it can answer directly,
yes.
like a human expert,
Exactly.
instead of just giving you like a list of links.
Yes, it's a different paradigm
Oof.
for accessing information.
Right.
And that's what Google's worried about.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
this CNBC article even quotes
Yeah.
someone at that meeting as saying,
Mm.
ChatGPT is becoming synonymous with AI,
Oh, wow.
the same way Google is with search.
That's got a sting?
That's not something Google wants to hear.
No.
No.
Okay. So what's Google's plan? How do they fight back?
So their weapon of choice
Yeah.
is Gemini,
Okay.
their own large language model.
Okay.
But Google's kind of hinting that
Yeah.
Gemini is more than just another ChatGPT.
Okay.
They're aiming for multimodal capabilities.
Oh, so like it
Understands.
can do images and videos and not just...
Images, videos, yeah, not just text.
Oh, okay. So tapping into all that data they have from like YouTube and
Exactly. All that data.
Google Images.
Yeah, Google Images,
That's
YouTube.
a smart move.
Yeah.
But can they catch up?
That's the question.
Yeah.
ChatGPT already has like this massive user base.
It seems like,
Everyone's talking about it.
yeah, it's everywhere.
Google has the resources, the data, the infrastructure.
Right.
But do they have the speed and the agility
Right.
to compete with a company like OpenAI, who
Yeah.
seems to be moving at lightning speed?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it'll be fascinating to see how this all plays out.
it will.
But what does this mean
Right,
for the
like-
average person? Yeah.
Is this just like the tech industry showdown?
Really interesting. Like,
Yeah.
imagine a world
Yeah.
where instead of typing keywords
Yeah.
into a search bar,
Uh-huh.
you have a conversation
Right.
with your AI assistant.
All right.
It understands your intent.
Mm.
It provides context.
Yeah.
It anticipates your follow-up questions.
So it's like having a research librarian
Exactly.
in your pocket
Yeah.
24/7 that knows like
That knows everything
everything.
on the internet.
Wow.
And it's not just about finding information.
Okay.
These AI tools can help us personalize learning,
Mm.
automate tasks, even help us make complex decisions.
Okay.
But it raises some big questions.
Yeah, like who decides what this AI even knows?
Right.
What if there's bias built into the algorithms? What
Yeah.
if it only shows us information that like confirms our existing beliefs?
Yeah. That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it's something that researchers are grappling with right now.
Like how do you ensure these AI systems are fair,
Yeah.
transparent, accountable?
Yeah. This is reminding me of that whole debate about social media algorithms and how they
Yeah.
could be used to manipulate people.
Right.
Is AI just going to be that on a larger scale?
It's a definite parallel
Yeah.
worth exploring.
Okay.
But AI also has the potential to be incredibly beneficial.
Okay.
Think about fields like healthcare.
Yeah.
An AI could analyze medical images,
Mm-hmm.
predict disease outbreaks,
wow.
even personalize treatment plans
Wow.
based on a patient's genetic makeup.
So on one hand, we have this potential for incredible progress.
Yes.
But on the other,
Yeah.
there's this ethical minefield we have to navigate.
Yeah.
It's almost like AI is this super powerful tool,
Yeah, a great analogy.
but we're still figuring out
We're still figuring out
how to use it responsibly.
how to use it.
Yeah,
And that's why this conversation is so important.
right.
We need to be thinking about these issues now. Before AI becomes so ingrained in our lives,
Yeah.
we can't imagine living without it.
So where do we even begin?
Okay, so
If I'm not a tech expert or a policymaker,
right.
what can I do to ensure that AI is used for good?
First, stay informed.
Okay.
Read articles, listen to podcasts,
Right.
engage in conversations about AI
Okay.
with your friends and family.
Got it.
The more people understand these potential benefits and risks,
Yeah.
the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess it comes down to the choices we make as consumers,
Absolutely.
like which companies we support,
Yeah,
what products we use.
right.
If we're not comfortable with how a company is using AI, we can go somewhere else.
Consumer pressure can be a powerful driver of change.
Right.
And don't underestimate the power of your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Contact your elected officials, let them know that you care about these issues.
Yeah.
And you want to see some thoughtful regulation around
Right.
AI development and deployment.
So stay informed, vote with our wallets,
Yeah.
and make our voices heard.
Exactly.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
But back to this Google versus ChatGPT thing.
Okay.
Is Google really going to lose its crown as the king of information?
It's too early to declare a winner.
Okay.
Google is a formidable company.
Yeah.
They're not going down without a fight,
Right.
but they need to adapt and quickly.
Correct.
OpenAI has shown that innovation can come from anywhere.
Hmm.
And being the biggest doesn't guarantee you'll stay on top.
It's interesting, though, how this whole situation is forcing Google to rethink its approach.
It is.
Like you were saying earlier, they've gotten so used to being the giant,
Yeah.
and now they need to rediscover that scrappy, innovative spirit
Yeah.
that made them successful in the first place.
Classic case of disruption.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that no company, no matter how large or powerful,
Right.
is immune to the forces of change.
And it's not just Google
No,
that needs to be thinking about this.
it's every company, every industry
right. It's like
is going to be impacted by AI in some way.
we're standing on the edge of a technological revolution,
We are.
and the landscape is going to look very different on the other side.
It is.
Yeah. It's exciting
Yeah.
and a little bit terrifying all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like standing at the top of a roller coaster,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
about to plunge into the unknown.
I like that analogy.
So we've talked a lot about AI's impact on like search and work,
Right?
even healthcare.
Yeah.
But what about the bigger picture?
Hmm.
How could AI change society as a whole?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Some experts believe that AI could help us solve
Yeah.
some of the world's most pressing problems.
Like what?
Like climate change,
Oh.
poverty. Imagine AI-powered systems
Yeah.
that can optimize energy consumption,
Okay.
develop new renewable energy sources, or even personalize education and job training
Right.
to lift people out of poverty.
Okay, so that's like the super optimistic view.
It is.
But I also can't help but think about the potential downsides. What if AI just makes inequality worse?
Yeah.
Or what if it's used for like surveillance and control?
Right. I mean, we've all seen those dystopian sci-fi movies.
Right, exactly.
Where AI goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right to be cautious.
Okay.
I think it's crucial that we develop AI
Yeah.
with human values at the forefront.
Okay.
Transparency, accountability, fairness.
Yeah.
These all need to be baked in
Right.
from the very beginning.
I think it's not an afterthought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we need to have open and honest conversations
Yeah.
about the potential risks,
Not just the
not just the shiny, optimistic side.
right, the hype.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have
From
to.
Google trying to catch up with ChatGPT
Right.
to these broader societal implications of AI.
Yeah, it's clear that we're on the cusp of a major shift.
But there's one question that keeps nagging at me.
Okay, what's that?
If AI becomes this incredibly powerful tool,
Yeah.
shaping how we access information, make decisions,
Even live our lives.
Mhm.
Who controls it?
that is the million-dollar question.
Right.
And it's one we all need to be thinking about.
Yeah, because it could be a handful of tech companies,
It could.
governments.
Right.
Do we, the people, actually have a say
Yeah.
in how this technology is developed and used?
Well, the future of AI is not predetermined.
Okay.
It's being shaped right now
Okay.
by the choices we make, the conversations we have, the actions we take.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners?
Stay curious,
Okay.
stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. This is not something that's happening out there
Right.
in Silicon Valley or in government labs.
Yeah,
This is happening to all of us.
it is.
The future of AI is our future,
Right.
and we all have a role to play in shaping it.
Well said.
Thank you.
That's a powerful message to end on.
I appreciate that.
It really is kind of like we're standing at the top of a roller coaster
Yeah.
about to plunge into the unknown.
Yeah. And that's why we need to be having these conversations, thinking critically about what we want this AI-powered future to look like.
So we've talked a lot about AI's potential impact
Right.
on things like search and work, healthcare.
Mhm.
But what about just the even bigger picture? Like,
Yeah.
how could AI change society as a whole?
Well, that's where things get really fascinating.
Yeah.
Some experts believe that AI could actually help us solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Okay.
Things like climate change, poverty.
Right.
Imagine AI-powered systems that can optimize
Yeah.
energy consumption, develop new renewable energy sources,
Right.
or even personalize education and job training programs
Right.
to help lift people out of poverty.
That's a really optimistic view.
It is.
But I can't help but think about, like,
Sure.
the downsides.
Yeah.
What if it makes inequality worse?
Of course.
What if it's used for surveillance and control? Yeah.
Right, we've all seen those dystopian sci-fi movies where AI goes bad.
Yeah.
I think it's crucial that we develop AI
Yeah.
with human values
Yeah.
at the forefront. You
Yeah.
know, transparency, accountability, fairness.
Yeah.
All of that needs to be baked into the design
Right.
from the beginning.
Yeah, like it's not an afterthought.
Right, exactly. And we also need to have like open and honest conversations about the potential risks.
Not just the hype.
Exactly, not just the shiny optimistic side.
So we've covered a lot in this deep dive.
We have.
Google scrambling to catch up with ChatGPT.
Right.
Broader societal implications of AI.
It seems like we're on the verge of something huge.
Yeah, but there's this one question that just keeps coming back to me.
Okay, I'm curious. What is it?
If AI becomes this super powerful tool,
Yeah.
shaping how we access information,
Right.
how we make decisions, how we live our lives,
Yeah.
who controls it?
That is the question, isn't it? I think that's something we all need to be thinking about.
Is it going to be a handful of tech companies?
Yeah.
Is it going to be governments?
Right.
Do we, the people, have any say?
I mean, the future of AI isn't predetermined.
Yeah.
It's being shaped right now
Okay.
by the choices we make, the conversations we have,
Right.
the actions we take.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners?
Stay curious,
Okay.
stay informed, and maybe most importantly, stay engaged.
Okay.
This isn't just something that's happening, out there in Silicon Valley.
In some lab somewhere.
Exactly, in some lab somewhere.
Yeah.
This is happening to all of us.
It really is.
The future of AI is our future.
Yeah.
And we all have a role to play in shaping it.
Well said. That's a powerful message to end on.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with me.
My pleasure. It's been great.
And to all our listeners, keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yes.
and keep demanding that AI is used to create a better world for everyone. Until next time.